How would you teach someone how to feel the energy of crystals?
Great question. Can I show you?
Yeah, please.
So if someone asked me that, like at the crystal booth or something, I'd probably have them pick a crystal or something, and I'd ask them to give me their left hand. The left hand is usually the receiving hand, so if you wouldn't mind putting out your left hand, and I would put my hand underneath. Now this, I also explained, this is amplified with my energy, but it's a way for you to feel energy. So I would hold the crystal, I would just direct energy. So generally, the energy flows out of the right and into the left. There's some debate if you're left-handed if that switches, not 100%, but so you'd hold it like this, and then I would just kind of like, with my intention, I usually do it for my heart, bring it out, the energy out this, and then underneath, and...
So for those who are just listening, he's kind of just hovering this crystal about 2.5 inches over my palm. His left hand is under my left hand, and his right hand is holding the crystal as he's sort of making small circles with the point, directing the energy into my hand.
And as the receiver, you may feel nothing. You may feel a little tingle. You may feel a little, almost like a magnetic pull. You may feel a little heat.
I do feel a little tingle, actually. I've never felt a crystal this way. I've never had someone else send it to me.
And this is one of many ways. This is just what I would do, like if someone, like you said, like, hey, I've never felt energy, or how do I feel energy from a crystal? This is one.
It's got like a heaviness to it, which I do notice with this particular crystal, which is one that I bought from you years ago.
Nice.
My very grounding crystal.
So that's what I would do. And then maybe have them hold it and then just see how they feel without me adding energy, and just see if they can feel anything after that. Because there's so many things, either ways to actually feel it, or just think you can put crystals on your body as a grid, and you may or may not feel all of it as intensely as other ones, but it's always helping.
Yeah, they are always helping. That's what I love. Like, I've seen the energy readings coming off of crystals, and there is just literal science to the fact that the points are little energy centers.
Oh, yeah.
Which is another reason why, if you're picking up a crystal and it has a point, you should point the point into your body, so down into your palm, so that it sends up your...
Well, you point it which direction you want it to go. So you might want it to go the other way, like, especially if you're like, I know you do healing work, so if you wanted to like send energy, then you could put it like left hand facing in, right hand facing out.
Right.
Is one way to do it. But definitely, if you're trying to absorb that energy, it's exactly what you said. You face it in, because the termination is what they call that when it comes to a natural point. That's the direction the energy flows. So like a cluster is great for like a room when you have a bunch of crystals growing together, because then it kind of just shoots the energy all over the place. A single point, I like a little personally better for like healing work on someone else or myself.
Right.
I'm more drawn in general anyway to like single points, but it doesn't mean I don't also like clusters. But yeah, the termination, like you said, is the direction. The point is the direction that the energy flows.